college or when I was looking for a career, so I was not thinking whether I'll join army, air force, or navy. It was like anywhere you put me, but it should be armed forces,
Yes.
right? So tell me something about
Yes,
your
sir.
education. From where did it start?
So I did my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Coimbatore, sir.
Hmm.
So I was transferred here when I was at class second, sir. So after that, I did all my schooling till 12th from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Coimbatore. After that, I did my undergraduation in BSc Computer Science from PSG College of Arts and Science, and then now I'm currently pursuing my masters in computer applications, sir, from PSG College Arts and Science itself, sir.
Are you continuing with the masters? Will it complete before you go?
So no, sir, I wouldn't be able to complete it, sir.
Only first year?
So I have completed my first year, sir. I'm on the final semester, sir.
तो फाइनल सेमेस्टर तो हो जाएगा ना? नहीं, it won't be.
सर मई में एग्जाम होता है सर. अप्रैल में जॉइनिंग है
And
ना सर.
when are you joining? It's April. Okay, just by 1 month. So is there a way out to do it, or should you not do it?
So I thought of doing it online after I get commissioned sir.
ठीक है, वो देखी जाएगी. That doesn't matter.
Mm.
Major thing is over. So how did you go about your preparations? Did you go for NDA also or not?
So I paid for the exam sir, but I couldn't clear it sir.
PES?
So, it was during the COVID sir. So my whole of my batch was got cancelled for that sir, purpose.
So maybe God was, planning somewhere or other कि आपको OTA में ही लेके जाना है ना?
होगा सर.
So tell me about this SSP. How did it all go? What all things you went through? What all changes you thought about? Something like that.
Yes sir. So after my first AFSB, so I just reanalyzed whatever the mistakes that I've committed
That was
there sir.
FSB, which one?
So 2 AFSB Mysore sir.
Okay. And that was in year?
Sir, this year itself sir. It was on September 18th,
September
2023.
23. 23, you mean, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. So what went wrong that time and what changes did you bring?
So on analyzing myself, I just came to know that the stories that I wrote and the SRTs that I wrote were not completely. I mean, it wasn't that much aligning themselves. So I thought of. I mean, I just had 2 weeks before I had another SSB. That was the OTA SSB. Sir. So I just worked on myself, and I even consulted you, and you gave me some suggestions regarding it. Sir. So I just worked on it, and then on I was able to align. I mean, it came on aligning it. It started coming along.
So basically, you mean to say कि it was already there and some kind of, switching was required here and there, which happened after we started interacting.
Yes, sir.
Right. So tell me if you have to advise your fellow friends who are aspiring to the armed forces, what should they be doing?
So I would say that try not fake it. I mean, showcasing your true self. I mean, I believe that everyone has all the officers like quality in them, sir. So rather not faking it, just portraying your true self would make you get recommended. So that is what I feel, sir.
So how do many people keep talking about it? True self, true self. What if there is a problem in the true self itself?
Then, as you told me, you have to work on. I mean, you have to inculcate it by practicing all those tricks and tips you told us, like going for the jog, and that would also by sweating. I mean, all the hormones that would help us know. Sir. So that is
Did
what
you
I
actually
believe. Sir.
start going for jogging?
So I do, sir.
How much?
So I would go for a jog for 5 kilometers daily, sir.
How much time you take?
So around 20-25 minutes.
That's a good speed. 5 kilometers in 25 minutes will actually re-energize your body. So,
Yes.
Praveen, tell me, how was this experience? If you can go a little bit in detail, how was your day one, day two? That way, if you can just go on.
Yes, sir.
Which was
So on the day
which
of
place?
reporting,
It was which SSP?
so it was 34 SSB Allahabad. Sir.
Allahabad. So from Coimbatore, you went to Allahabad first.
Yes, sir.
How was the journey? You went by
Uh,
train or flight?
so I took flights.
Okay.
So actually, I booked the train, sir, but unfortunately it got cancelled because of the issues between I mean Karnataka and Tamil Nadu that time, sir.
What issues?
So
Kaveri.
yes, sir.
Okay. So.
So I had to take a flight. So I took a flight from Bangalore, and then I just landed in Allahabad, sir. So I went there a day before, sir. So I stayed there in the hotel, and I just practiced all the OARs, and I just spoke with my friends, and I was just relaxing myself.
Okay.
On the day one, we had a reporting of 105, sir. So after all the, I mean, OAR was pretty much simple, sir. With all the practice, with all the materials that Sagar Bhaiya gave, I practiced it, sir.
Oh,
He
Sagar
used to be,
Chithani. Sagar Chithani, I remember. He
yes,
was part of our batch. Yes. You
so yes,
practiced
he
all of it.
guided me a lot, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir,
You practiced
he,
all the
he
way.
used to guide me a lot, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
All the OARs.
yeah.
So that was the reason. He even guided me a lot, sir. He used
Uh,
to send me all the PPD pictures and all, sir.
okay.
So after the OAR, it was pretty much simple. I was able to completely do it, everything, sir. After that, we had PPDT, sir. It was a simple picture, sir. And I was able to write a good story on that.
Was it a hate
And
picture?
so it was a slight hazy picture, sir. It was visible, sir. All the images was visible, but it wasn't that quite clear. Uh, yes. So I was able to write a good story around that, sir. So after that, we had a discussion. And before going to the discussion, as you told us, you should not engage with all those people before you have to keep narrating the stories yourself. So
Hmm.
that is what I did, sir. So that I
Keep
could,
rotating it in your mind so that it becomes part of you.
yes, sir.
Right.
So that was the main idea, sir. So around 105 of them, sir, were there, sir. So in our we were splitted in group of 15, sir. So but the previously two recommended people were there, and both of them came in our group, sir. So there was a little. I mean, everyone was a little tensed before. So these
Because
guys are
they were
there.
there.
So what do we do? Yes, sir. Both of them came in our group only, sir. So that happens, sir.
So how did you come to know
So
they previously recommended? They told you or something?
they actually take the numbers in Allahabad, sir.
Hmm.
So yes, sir. So both of them came in our
They
group.
take the
The
numbers
other
means what?
30, sorry, sir.
They take the numbers means what?
So they used to write it in a paper or something, sir.
Acha, to make a
That is
group
what
or
they do.
something.
So I'm not sure, sir. But
Okay.
all they were in the first of the recommended. I mean, repeaters batch, sir.
Huh.
So both of them came in our batch. All rest 13 of us were slightly tensed. Then I just remembered what you told us. There may be recommended candidates, and you should not be worrying about them. You should be focusing on yourself. So that is what I did, sir. I took some long breaths, and then I went there. After that, I gave a solid narration, and then group discussion. It happens to be a fish market, sir. So again, I just remembered your suggestions. If there is a fish market, it would only work in our favor. So I just kept quiet, and I waited until there was a slight opening or opportunity there. So then I just showcase my ideas, and I just put my expressions to it. Then again, even the officer thought this 15 of them are not able to give a conclusion, so they split it into a group of 7 and 8. So I was in the part one group, and we were able to give a solid conclusion there. Then from my group, around four of them got screened in, and 28 of us got screened in from 105.
And these two boys who were previously recommended, they were also screened in?
So one of them got screened out, sir.
That's a shocker. That's always
Yes, sir.
happens, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
Many people actually get confused in this portion only. कि अब fish market बन गया, what to do? And that nervousness automatically sets in. What is your suggestion and take on that?
so I believe that everyone is trying to get screened in, sir. So naturally they are going to showcase themselves so that they could get screened in. So obviously they are gonna shout and raise their voice. So even I tried that. Then I knew that no one was able to listen what others were saying. So I thought I should take a step back and wait for the right opportunity. Then still there weren't any conclusion that were happening. So I had to, I mean, coordinate my groups. So I raised my voice a bit. and by luck, I was able to coordinate all of them, sir.
Raise your
Then
voice a bit
then
means you
on,
raised it and then you brought it down, right?
so in an assertive way, sir,
In assertive
as
way.
you told us.
That we
Yes,
keep discussing, assertiveness. So sometimes you have to raise the
yes,
voice.
yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. So did you actually narrate the final story? Were you chosen for that or not?
So I nominated other persons, sir. There was a lot of confusion, sir.
Huh.
So I believed that the chess numbers, the other numbers, that was the chess number that was right beside me, had a best story, sir. So
Hmm.
I nominated this guy, sir. Uh, I just asked others if it was okay for him to narrate the story. Then all of them said it was okay, sir. So that is how it went, sir.
Frankly speaking, it doesn't matter who narrates the story. I mean, this confusion is
Yes,
always there, but it actually doesn't matter. This boy who narrated,
yes,
was
sir.
he recommended? Was he
So no,
screened
sir.
in? Yeah, that is what.
So he got screened in, sir, but he couldn't get recommended.
Yeah. Sometimes, we are in a hurry to, narrate. I should narrate, I should narrate. So that
Yes,
part should be very clear. It actually doesn't matter. Okay, so
okay,
only
sir.
28 out of 105 is a huge, I will say, elimination. Almost how many percent?
Yes, sir.
70% got eliminated, 75%
Yes,
almost.
yes.
So, okay then. Then how was your day one, day two?
Sir, after that, we had complete documentation. Then the next day onwards, we had the rest of the TAT, all the psych test, and I had my interview scheduled on the second day itself, sir.
Okay.
So it started from 7 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, all the psych tests were over, sir. I
How
was
many SRTs did you
able.
actually do?
Sir, this time I was able to complete 55 of them, sir.
The number does matter. I kept telling ki number will matter. It won't matter ki, how beautifully you write 10 SRTs. What will matter is ki how much do you do. That shows your,
Yes, sir.
responses are more important than numbers. Responses are more important than how long are you writing. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that, how was it?
So what I was able to complete all 60 of them, sir. It was pretty much easy, sir.
Yeah.
With,
Just write
with
one-liners.
the package.
One-liners.
Yes, sir.
What
All the one-liners.
sometimes people get confused. What should be the part of the blank story? What is your opinion?
So I believe that most happiest moment would be the best thing that you could narrate this, because it shows optimism, all the other things that happened in our lives.
Hmm.
So I believe that.
What is
So
the
I wrote
best
a
thing?
story on.
What's the best thing that has happened to you so far, except for this
So
recommendation?
it it was I couldn't complete all the written examination previously up until this 2023. Sir.
Hmm.
So I was able to crack both AFCAT and CD's examination simultaneously. Sir. So I wrote a story on that. So that was my story, sir.
That.
Before that, I was.
How did you
Yes, sir.
convert this into story?
So it was because previous FCAT I couldn't clear it by 1 mark, sir. So I was slightly down that time.
Hmm.
So I thought of making a good comeback, and I have to clear it next time. That is what I thought, sir. So I just started working I mean, practicing all the questions and by test book. That is an application that they online, sir. So I started preparing through that, sir. After that, I just gave my AFCAT and I cleared it. And again, I was also able to clear my CD's examination. That was a shocker, actually, sir. I never prepared for that. So it was a shocker, sir.
It
Um,
can't be a shocker. You
so
must have definitely prepared for it.
So yes, sir, but it was in between semester examinations, sir. I couldn't completely focus on any of the examination that time, sir. So I just went there. And my mom forced me also, to give the examination, and so I just went there and gave my examination. Um, by luck, I was able to clear that examination.
I will not say luck. Chalo, anyways. So after psych, there was a break and then interview in the afternoon.
So yes, sir. My interviews were around 12:30, sir.
How was it?
So it was around 30 or 35 minutes, sir. It was quite easy, sir. You also told me that I could get recommended when I gave you the interviews. So I just followed all those things and minor suggestions that you suggested. You asked me why I did all the college and schoolings from the very same place. So my answer was like, I was pretty sure that I'm gonna get recommended and join the armed forces. So I just wanted to spend more time with my family. So that was the reason I gave it. So he smiled at me and he said, "That is a good answer."
He
So,
said that.
uh, so he actually said that, sir. I couldn't believe it.
Okay.
Uh,
What else? Anything else
so
that he asked?
so after that, after my interview, I was more happy that I was pretty sure that the interviewer officer was gonna gonna get me recommended.
Hmm.
So psych madam was also, a instance happened there, sir.
Hmm.
So there was this paper, the booklet that was given, all the papers were attached, sir. It wasn't properly, uh, i mean it wasn't cut at that time, sir. So I noticed it and I told her about it, sir. So all 28 papers had the same issue, sir. So she said, thanks to me. I said thank you, ma'am. So she instead
I
said
don't think you
thanks.
got any marks for that. I'm sure.
So I didn't think so, but I was able to help them, sir. So that is what.
You felt good about it.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes vibes also, you get vibes. Yes, things are going good. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, anything specific in geopolitical topics that interviewer talked about or asked?
So no, sir. It was completely based on my CAQ and PIQ, sir. And there was some basic geography questions that he asked about
Geography, why?
the place that I come from, sir.
Acha, about the Coimbatore essay. That
So
must be
yes, sir.
initially
So
part
please,
of rapport building or something.
yes.
Initial part mein he must have asked you about Coimbatore.
Yes, sir. And after that, in between, also he asked me about the rivers that were in my hometown, Palakkad, sir.
Ah, you remember that?
So yes,
Yeah, of course.
Bharatapuzha, sir, it is one of the biggest rivers there.
Yeah, okay, good. So then
Yes.
next day was off or next day was GTO?
So we had GTOs in the next 2 days, sir. So GTO was also, it was kind of great, sir. I was able to contribute with my group. My group was very good group, sir. Even my childhood friend was there in my group, sir.
Is it?
So it was,
How come?
yes, sir. I don't know, sir. He's also coming from Coimbatore only, sir.
He recognized you
His
or you
dad is also.
recognized him?
So I recognized him, sir. We used to stay in the same Air Force quarters only, sir. So
So
there
you didn't know that
we
he's
had a
going
strong.
before leaving this place. You were not aware he's also going. You met him
No, sir.
there in the
He was
group.
my. Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है, then
Then our group was also solid, sir. We were all coordinating and had a solid group, and we were equally contributing with all the ideas that each of us had, sir. So the first progressive group task, I was able to contribute most of it, sir. So after the second obstacle, I suggested that there's other people also had ideas. So I just suggested they could also give the ideas. So I just made sure that all the coordination and there was bonding between all of us, sir, and we all equally contributed to the so that we could cross all the obstacles, sir. So
it
that was the
doesn't
main idea
usually
there.
happen कि group is very coordinating. Does it
So,
happen?
but it happened.
Okay. So you tell me how to approach PGT. What was your take on it? Do you actually
So,
need to, practice a lot, or is it something else, as we were discussing in the class?
sir, I never really practiced for GTO, sir.
Do you think
So
it's required?
it just came. Sir, for some of them, it might be, sir, because there is all the tying of ropes and all those. So it would be suggestible if they watch some videos or so, sir.
Do you know actually how to tie the rope and all? Will it work?
Sir, basic rope tying would be enough, sir.
Okay. And what else?
So after that, we had all the other activities also was, great, sir. Our group finished the obstacle race also first. So even our GT officer was, happy with all the things that we were doing,
What
and
makes you think
he
they're
also
very happy? They keep smiling all the time.
said, so I don't know, sir. So we just felt it from the vibe that he had given us.
Okay.
Uh, in
And
the command task,
yeah. So, what you at
said
any
that,
point of time in PGT stuck, didn't know what to do?
So I wasn't stuck in PGT, sir. I got stuck in command tasks, sir. So he just kept changing all the, I mean, white things into blue ones, and he asked me, "Give me another solution. Give me another solution." So I got stuck there, sir. So he asked me if you got stuck, you could ask suggestion from your subordinates. So I just asked my ideas from my subordinates. They gave the ideas, so we were able to cross it.
Hey, was it a very difficult command task for you?
So yes, it was that bomb diffusion.
Oh, that is the difficult, most difficult one.
Yes, I believe so. I don't know.
I think so. Nee, that's why he has
Yes.
chosen you. No, maybe you're doing so good. What about group discussion? How one should approach?
Sir, so basically, if you lead the group, it would be easy, sir. So what I feel is that, I mean, I mean, when the group is formed, we already know that this group is formed. So we could, I mean, we could practice it a day prior, no, sir. So that is what we did, sir. So all nine of us just practiced it a day before, sir.
What was the
When
topic for
we
group
in the
discussion?
evenings. So,
What was the topic?
so first topic was what was the reason for your happiness? What would be the reason for your happiness? Relationships, wealth, and career. It was on that, sir. So I spoke for the relationships.
Okay.
So that was the first topic, sir. And the second group discussion was on how China is influencing our national priority. I mean, patriotism in among youths. Sir. So that was it, sir. So there was also the issue of Canada that time, sir. So we also included all those things, and we came to a conclusion on that.
So the
So it
behavior of
went
group
smooth.
when you're practicing in the when dormitory, and when you're actually doing it, was there a change? Could you feel?
So there was a slight change, sir.
Hmm.
Some of them tried to, I mean, dominate the other, sir.
Okay.
Then naturally it happens, sir. So after that, they aligned themselves and gave others also opportunities, sir. So that happened, sir. But altogether, all nine of us were able to contribute to the group discussions.
तो अचीवर 9 ओके सो 24 में से 28 में से 9 9 9 का ग्रुप बनाया 9 9 3 से 27 ओके
So
वन
nine
मोर मेंबर
repeaters का
कैरी
था,
है
सर 9 repeaters का था, so 9 repeaters को एक साथ डाल दिया.
डू यू थिंक रिपीटर कोई वर्ड है डज इट मैटर बीइंग अ रिपीटर
So I don't think so.
इट्स
So
एफर्ट
even
टू बी
I thought,
रिपीटर आई फील एवरीवन नोज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन
yes, sir.
somewhere or the other as you said in the videos or YouTube somewhere or the other you have some idea so I believe
Yes, sir.
and what about group obstacle race
So, that is what, sir. We finished first. Sir. So
did they
there
actually
was
allow you to
some
come
kind of.
first
So, they actually make sure that all of them try to finish first, sir. But they give us all the penalties, and they make sure that all of them, I mean, finish first. But still, we had runners in our nine of us, sir. So we naturally
okay
finished first.
so what do you think should be approached towards group obstacle race
Sir, what I feel is that those who climb and those who are more athletic should be on the front, and similarly on the back. It's back only, back also, sir. So I was standing at the rear end. I was pushing all those people who were slightly, I mean, not that athletic. So that is what our idea was. The other guys were standing on top of the wall, and they were helping them and giving the
pulling
hand to the guys who weren't able to do it.
more of a group activity should it be
Yes. So
how
the
much
coordinate
of the
group goal is
time how much of the portion of the time were you holding the snake on your shoulders
most of the times that
most of the time means what percentage
it's around 40 percentage of the whole time.
okay so after group obstacle race what about individual obstacles how many did you do
So I was able to complete all 10 of them. Sir. In fact, I completed 12 of them. Sir.
easily tuck tuck
I
tuck
repeated.
any tips that you would like to share what to do
Sir, when you compare the obstacles with the Air Force one, I felt that Army ones were pretty easy. Sir.
is it
because yes sir, actually I felt it, sir. It might be wrong, but that is what I felt,
Okay.
because all those ones were I mean bit more higher when you compare to that of army ones, sir. And with basic I mean basic training you could do is basic physical ability is enough for you to complete all the obstacles.
Do you think we need to practice it? Will it help?
So I don't think so, sir. Basic running and jogging would be enough.
And the attitude.
Yes sir, attitudes that
Was
matters
there
a lot.
commando work in it?
So yes,
How did you manage it? Many people, I've seen they sit, they sit on that. Moment it starts shaking, they lose confidence, they sit down. What is your take? What is your advice?
so I was in NCC, sir. So we do all the stuffs.
Uh,
So I didn't felt anything, sir. So I feel that keeping your leg crosswards would, I mean, give you a little bit more stability, sir.
CrossFit means?
So I mean, in a 90-degree angle or something, sir. So one
And
of
you move
them were
like this?
climber in
You
our.
mean to say move like this?
Yes, the leg alone would be something like this.
Okay, I got it.
Rather than keeping it straight forward, keeping
Uh,
it towards.
that'll make it
Yes,
more stable.
yes, sir.
What about Tiger
We had
Leap?
a climber in our group, sir. So
Climber
he
means?
suggested that. I mean, he used to climb mountains, sir. Mountain
Oh,
climbers.
oh, actual mountain
Yes,
climber. He got recommended or
yes, sir.
not?
So no, sir.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. What matters is the mental
Yes, sir.
stamina, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what about Tiger Leap?
Tiger leap is all about. I mean, jumping, sir. It is the
Don't
easiest, sir.
think.
Sir.
Don't think. Just jump.
Yes, sir. Don't think just jumps.
Just one, two, three, jump.
Yes, sir.
I have
You
seen
shouldn't
people.
think when you're doing, sir.
हाँ वहां पे दिमाग
We
लगा
only
दोगे
get
तो
3 minutes.
हाँ
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So now what? Now individual obstacles. You did only 10 of. Actually, you repeated. You repeated easy
Yes,
ones
it
or
was
tough ones?
the easy one, sir.
Okay.
So I
Mhm.
repeated the tiger leap alone, sir. And then there was something else. I had to run over a top and jump over something.
Okay. Good. Good. Anything about lecture rate? What is your understanding?
So as you gave us some suggestions, you should be starting with all the, yeah, I mean, introduction part, and then you have to have some content in between them, and then all the conclusions. That is what I followed, sir. I had some basic topics, sir. My first topic itself was doping in sports. So at that time, there was issue of Deepa Karmakar being
हाँ yes.
suspended for the doping case. So I included all those and spoke for that. And I also included Russia being suspended for the Olympics in the olden days for doping and all those things. I spoke about it.
The entire Russian team was suspended, is it?
I am not able to recollect it, sir, but the whole of Russia was banned, sir. Then only the ROC came, sir,
Oh,
Russian Olympic Committee, and that is how they represent Russia now, sir.
okay. I was not aware. Thanks for enlightening. So
Yes,
that is your group almost done. So after the
yes,
finishing of group task, did you feel that you have done right? Things are different this time.
yes, sir. Actually felt it, sir. I never actually had a issue with the GTOs. Sir. So I was confident that I was able to convince the interviewer, and I was able to correct all the mistakes that I had done in my previous SSBs. So that was it, sir. I was confident, sir. And after that, when in the conference when I went in there, he asked me, "What if you
You
don't
must
get
be having a
recommended
day
this time?"
break then. एक दिन तो break होगा तुम्हारा.
सर कुछ नहीं था सर, पूरा था सर, चारों दिन कुछ ना कुछ था सर।
Did you go out in Allahabad?
सर बाहर नहीं छोड़ते सर वहाँ पर।
अच्छा आजकल allowed नहीं. ठीक है.
Yes.
And how was it live without phone?
So it was actually detoxification, sir. We
Yes.
were able to say it was pretty good, sir. I mean, we were able to openly communicate and talk about all this. I mean, what happened in your school. I mean, with the friends, and we were able to connect it in a deeper level. And there was a lot of fun in that.
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes we should detoxicate. So then the
Yes.
conference happened. How was it?
So my chest number was 20, sir. It started from chest number 1, sir.
Okay.
And some of them had to wait, and they had to wait till half an hour, sir. So it was clearly known that they are gonna get recommended. So that was the case with my one of my previous when the guy from Nagaland, sir. He was chest number 19, sir. So uh, so he had a wait of the half an hour, sir. So I got nervous. What is going to happen to me? Then I didn't have any waiting period. I was just called, and they asked
No
me
waiting period for you?
asked me just, so no waiting period for me.
Okay.
So it was, he just walked off, and I had to sit there with 5 minutes or something. I was called, and they just asked me a single question, sir. What if you don't get recommended? So I was like, if not this time, I have another ssb FSB waiting. So I would be making sure that I won't repeat all the mistakes if I have committed something, and I would reanalyze myself again, and I would do that, and I make sure that I get recommended this. So this was my answer. After that, they asked me, "Okay, thank you. You may leave." That is the only
That's a
thing
good
they did.
sign, I'll say. They had nothing to
Yes,
confirm. They were already sure to take you.
yes, sir.
So then what happened? Then you had lunch or not?
Yes, sir. So yes, sir. They gave us chicken biryani, sir.
You liked it? Or were you tense?
Yes. So it was. I was. I mean, It was sure, sir. I was being optimistic. I was making sure that I had a good lunch and I stay positive.
But
So
since
that is what I.
your waiting period was less, you might be thinking कि होगा कि नहीं होगा.
हाँ, वो तो था सर, मगर थोड़ा बहुत ऑप्टिमिज्म भी रहना चाहिए ना सर। तो मंदिर वहाँ पर था सर, मंदिर में भी जाके आ गया।
अब मंदिर गए थे?
हाँ, हाँ सर, सब गए थे सर।
जितने लोग वेटिंग पीरियड में थे, they all got recommended?
हाँ सर, all of them sir. 8 of us got recommended sir, from
8
our
out of
group
28.
alone. Yes sir.
That's a huge ratio. It's a huge ratio.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Even they told us that 34 SSB it is the first time they are recommending 8 of them sir.
8 of them.
Yes sir.
So then the waiting period got over after that?
After that they just played with our minds. They used, I mean, the officer who came just started with the giving the number 2, and then after that giving the ones digits. I mean, my chest number was 20 is it, so he just called 20 like that. Only he used to call it, so we couldn't analyze what would happen and what chest number he's gonna call it. So there was expectations for me that some of them were waiting and telling me that you're gonna get recommended. So until my chest number was called, I was a bit tensed at times.
What happened when your chest number was called out?
I was elated, and I was on cloud nines. Just walked off there, and I stood there,
Hmm.
and then I was smiling. But unfortunately, my childhood friend couldn't make it, so
Oh,
that alone was, yes, that alone was there. Otherwise, it went great. Sir. I just asked him, "You're gonna make it next time," and he's promised me, sir, and he's obviously gonna make it next time. Sir.
I'm sure. And
Yes.
how was your reaction of your parents? How did they react to it? You called them immediately?
So yes, sir. I called them. I called them as soon as they gave us a phone. Sir. So I called them and said about it, and my
When you
dad.
received your
I
phone,
called
the
my dad
phone
first.
must be switched off.
Yes, sir. As
So
soon
that
as I
that
switched
moment
on my
when you're switching on, what was going on in your mind?
so I was like I did something marvelous. That is
Mhm.
alone that was running, because it was my childhood dream of joining the armed forces. So it was like I've done most of it, and the only thing that was uh, I mean left is medicals and meritless. So that is completely a different feelings. Uh, I don't have to tell you how happy we
I
feel.
know. I know. How was your
Yes, sir.
parents' reaction?
So they were completely,
Did they
I mean,
believe you or
elated.
not?
So, so,
Did they believe you?
so yes, they were hoping for so that I could they
Sometimes,
were praying actually. So,
it's difficult to believe good things immediately sometimes.
Yes, but my parents believed, sir. My
Yeah,
even
I
my
know they
mom
must
started
have, but
thinking the choice.
initially it takes a shock. Oh, is it okay? Such में हो गया? They keep thinking, they
Yes.
keep asking, they keep good. So that's great. So how was medicals?
So medicals,
I
it
think your
went
medicals
around
were
for
smooth.
9 days.
Your medicals were
Sir,
smooth, no issues, no?
so I had one TR, sir, one tachycardia issues.
Oh, and it was resolved in the review medical board. In the
Yes, sir.
good,
AMB, sir, appeal medicals.
great. So how is the feeling now? Are you prepared? You are an NCC cadet. What will the training do to you? You are already trained, so you should not be worried about anything. You are a runner already.
Yes, sir.
So most of the things you already do, and I'm sure you'll
Yes,
do
sir.
well in training. Anything
Thank you,
else?
sir.
Last word for aspirants, for your friends.
So I just wanted to say all those guys, all guys. I mean, if I mean you told us all those things that be optimistic and try aiming for the moon. I mean, try aiming for the stars. You will land on the moon, and that is what I also feel. Sir. I aimed for the air force. I landed on armies. So
Army
it
is
is
also a
equally
star.
good.
Actually, army has the star.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you got the
So I
star.
landed on the other stars.
Yeah, good. It's really good, and very happy to see you. And
Thank you, sir.
I'm sure you'll do well. So keep in touch and
Yes,
see you in the POP. Hopefully,
yes. Thank you, sir.
take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, buddy. Thank you so much for your
Yes, sir.
time. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you.